They have to come with exercise. Om Shanti. 9th November 2024. Essence, morning Murli. Sweet children, the Father has come to change you from devotee souls to knowledgeable souls, to change you from impure to pure. Question. What thoughts do you knowledgeable children constantly have? Answer. I am an imperishable soul. This body is perishable. I have taken 84 births, 84 bodies. All of them should be right at least 10 points. After Murli, you should share 10 points, and 1 point should be explained. Minimum 5 minutes. Nobody can say any excuse. This is the order. Souls never become similar. Similar or larger. It is their bodies that become large from small. It is the body that has eyes. It is the body that has eyes. But it is I, the soul, that see through them. Baba gives a third eye of knowledge to the souls. He cannot teach unless he takes the support of a body. These are the thoughts that you knowledgeable children constantly have. At least you should write the 10 points from this Murli. After that, 1 point should be explained to less than 5 minutes. Minimum 5 minutes you should explain. Among that one of the points. Om Shanti. Who said this? It was their soul who said this. The imperishable soul said this through the body. There's a vast difference between the soul and the body. The body is a large puppet made of the five elements. Even if a body is small, it is still much longer than a soul. To being with it is a very small fruits, very small pods. Then when it is grow a little bigger, a soul enters it. It continues to grow and become so big. A soul is living being. A puppet is of no use until a soul enters it. There is a vast difference. It is the soul speaks and moves. It is a very tiny point. It never becomes smaller or larger. It is never destroyed. The Father, the Supreme Soul, has explained to you, I am imperishable, whereas this body is perishable. I enter it to play my part. You now think about these matters. Previously, you neither knew about souls nor the Supreme Soul. You just used to say, O Supreme Father, Supreme Soul. For the sake of it, you used to consider yourself to be souls. But someone then told you that you were the Supreme Soul. Who told you that? It was the gurus and the scriptures of the path of devotion. No one will tell you this in golden age. The Father has now given you the understanding that you are His children. A soul is natural, whereas a body is unnatural, made of clay. A body speaks and moves when a soul is in it. You children now know that the Father comes and explains to you souls. Only at the confluence age does incorporeal Shiv Baba speak to you through this body. These eyes are part of the body. The Father now gives each of you an eye of knowledge. When there isn't any of this knowledge in a soul, there is an eye of ignorance. Souls receive an eye knowledge. Soul receive eye. Soul receive an eye of knowledge when the Father comes. It is the soul that does everything. The soul acts through the body. You now understand that the Father has adopted this body. He explained the secret of Himself and also the secrets of the beginning, middle, and end of the world. He gives this knowledge of the whole play. Previously, you didn't know anything. Just this definitely is a play. The cycle of the world keeps running, but no one knows how it turns. You know, receive this knowledge of Creator and the beginning, middle, and end of the creation. Everything else is devotion. The Father comes and makes you into the knowledgeable souls. Previously, you were devotee souls. You souls used to perform devotion. You souls are now listening to this knowledge. Devotion is called darkness. You cannot say that you meet God by performing devotion. The Father has explained that there is the part of devotion and there is also part of knowledge. You understand that at that time you used to perform devotion, there was no happiness. Whilst performing devotion, you would stumble along searching for God. You now understand that creating sacrificial fires, doing penance, giving donation, and performing charitable act whilst trying to go find God only led to your stumbling along and becoming distressed. You became Tamopradhan as you committed to fall. You became you became Tamopradhan as you continue to fall. To act wrongly means to become dirty. You also become impure. It wasn't that you perform devotion in order to become pure. Without being made pure by God, you cannot go to the pure world. That doesn't mean that you cannot meet God unless you have become pure. People ask God to come and purify them. It is impure ones who meet God in order to be purified. God does not meet pure ones. God does not meet Lakshmi and Narayan in the golden age. God comes and purifies you, impure ones, and you then leave your bodies. Pure ones cannot reside in this impure Tamo Pradhan world. The Father purifies you and then disappears. His part in the drama is wonderful. Souls are not visible. Even if someone were to have a vision of a soul, he wouldn't be able to understand. You are able to understand about everyone else. You realize that this one is this and that one is that. You remember them. People want to have a vision of someone in the living form, but there is no benefit in that. Even if you did see them in the living form, what would be benefit of that? Even if you do have a vision, that vision would disappear again. Your desire for happiness would only be fulfilled for a temporary period. That is called the temporary happiness of moment. The desire you had for a vision was fulfilled. That was all. The main things here is to change from impure to pure. If you become pure, you become a deity and go to heaven. In these scriptures, they have written that the duration of each cycle is hundreds of thousands of years. They think that there are still 40,000 years of the 40,000 years of the Iron Age left. Baba explained that the whole cycle lasts for 5,000 years. And so human beings are in darkness. That is called immense of darkness. No one has any of this knowledge. All of that is devotion. Ever since Ravan came, devotion has been here with him. When the Father comes, he brings this knowledge with him. It is only once that you receive the inheritance of this knowledge from the Father. You cannot receive it again and again. There is no need for you to give this knowledge to anyone there. Only those who are ignorant receive knowledge. No one knows the Father at all. They don't say anything without insulting the Father. You children now understand this too. You say that God is not omnipresent, that He is the Father of all souls. Whereas they say, no, God is in the pebbles and stones. You children have clearly understand that devotion is totally distinct from this knowledge. There isn't the slightest bit of this knowledge in it. The time period completely changed, the name of God changed, and the name of human beings to change. In the beginning, they are called deities, then warriors, merchants, and sutras. Those are human beings with divine virtues, whereas these human beings have devilish traits. They are completely dirty. Guru Nanak said, many people earn their living in an unrighteous way. If someone else were to say this, people would instantly say that he is insulting them. However, the Father says all of it belongs to the devilish community. He clearly explained to you that is the community of Raman and other is the community of that is the community of Rama and the other is the community of Ravan. Gandhiji used to say that he would like to have the kingdom of Rama. In the kingdom of Rama, all are viceless. In the kingdom of Ravan, all are vices. This kingdom is called brothel, the very depths of hell. At this time, human beings are in a river of poison. Human beings and animals, etc., all alike. There is no price of human beings. You children are the one who conquer of five vices and receive a deity status by changing from human beings into deities. Everything else finishes. Deities used to reside in the golden age. Devils are now reside in the iron age. What is the sign of devils? What is the sign of devils? Huh? The five vices. Deities are called completely vices, whereas devils are called completely vices. Those deities are 16 celestial degrees full, whereas here there are no degrees. Everyone's celestial degrees and bodies have become totally degraded. The Father now sits here and explains to you children that he comes to change the old vices world. He changes the kingdom of Ravan, the brothel, into the temple of Shiva. They have used the names Tirumurti House, Tirumurti Road here. Previously, they never had these names. What should it really be? To whom does this whole world belong? It belongs to the Supreme Soul. The world of God is pure for half a cycle and impure the other half. The Father is called the Creator, and so this is His word. The Father explains, I am the Master, I am the sentient being. The seed, the ocean of knowledge. I have all the knowledge. No one else has this knowledge. You understand that only the Father has the knowledge of the beginning, middle, and end of the world cycle. All of the other things are told stories. The main told story is a very bad one, and this is why the Father complains. You have been thinking that I am in the pebbles and stones and in cat and dogs. Look what a bad state you have come to. The difference between the human beings of the new world and the human beings of the old world is like that of the day and night. For half a cycle, impure human beings bow their heads to the pure deity idols. It has also been explained to you children that worship in the beginning is of Shiv Baba. Shiv Baba is the one who changed you from worshippers into those who are worthy of worship. Ravan changes you from being worthy of worship into worshipper. Then, according to the drama plan, the Father makes you worthy of worship. There are the names, Ravan, etc. When they celebrate Dasera, they invite many people from abroad, but they don't understand the significance of it at all. They defame the deities a great deal, but it is not like that. They say that God is beyond name and form, but that would mean that he doesn't exist. In the same way, the plays, etc., that they create are nothing like that. That is the intellect of human beings. Human dictates are called devilish dictates. All the kings, queens, and subjects, everyone becomes the same. This is called a devil world. All keep insulting one another. Therefore, the Father explains, children, when you sit here, consider yourself to be souls and remember the Father. When you were the ignorant, you used to say that God was up above. You now understand that the Father has come down here. Therefore, you now realize that He is not up above. You have called the Father here into this body. Even while you are sitting at your center, you understand that Shiv Baba is in Madhuban in this one's body. On the path of devotion, you used to think that God was up above. You used to call out, "Oh God, where?" Do you now remember the Father? What do you sit and do? You understand that He is in the body of Brahma, and so you definitely have to remember Him. He is not up above. He has come here at this most auspicious confluence age. The Father says, I have come here to make you very elevated. You children remember Him here, whereas the devotees remember Him up above. Even if you are abroad, you still say that Shiv Baba is in the body of Brahma. Your body is definitely needed, whereas you sit, you would definitely remember Him here. You have to remember Him in the body of Brahma. Some senseless people don't accept Brahma. Baba doesn't tell you not to remember Brahma. How can Shiv Baba be remembered without remembering Brahma? The Father says, I am in this body. You remember me in this one. And this is why you remember both Baba, Bap and Dada. Your intellects have the knowledge that this one is a separate soul. Shiv Baba doesn't have a body of his own. The father says, I take the support of matter. The father sits here and explains the whole significance of Brahman and the beginning, middle, and end of the world. No one else knows about Brahman. The Brahm element, the place in the which you and I reside. The Brahm element, the land of peace, is in the place where the Supreme Father and the non-Supreme Soul reside. The land of peace is very sweet home. All of these matters are in your intellect. Originally, you were residents of the grand resident of the great Brahm element. That is called the land of Nirvana, the land beyond sound. All of these matters are now in your intellects. When there is devotion, there isn't single word of this knowledge. This is called the most auspicious confluence age when change takes place. Devils reside in the old world and deities reside in the new world. Therefore, the Father has to come to change them. You won't know any of this in the golden age. You are now in the iron age and you still do not know. When you are in the new world, you will not know anything of this old world. Now that you are in the old world, you have no knowledge of the new world. People don't know when the new world existed. They speak of hundreds of thousands of years. You children understand that the Father only comes at the confluence of every cycle. He comes and explains the significance of the variety tree. He also explains to you children how this cycle turns. Your business is to explain this to others. It takes a lot of time to explain to each one individually. This is why you explain to many at the same time. Many come and understand. You have explained these sweet matters to many. You explain at the exhibitions, etc. At the time of Shiva Jayanti, invite many and explain clearly to them. You can tell them accurately about the duration of this play. These are the topics that we will explain to you. The Father explained this knowledge to you, and through that you become deities, just as you understand it and become deities. In the same way, you have to inspire others to become the same. The Father has explained this to us. We are not defaming anyone. We simply say that this knowledge is the path of salvation. Only the one Sadguru takes everyone's across. Exact such main points and explain them, extract such main points and explain them. No one except the Father can give all this knowledge to the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children. Love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bapdada. The spiritual father says, Namaste to you, spiritual children. Essence of Dharana, in order to change from a worshipper into one who is worthy of worship, one who is worthy of worship, become completely voiceless. In order to change from a worshipper into one who is worthy of worship, become completely voiceless. Voiceless. Become knowledgeful and change yourself. Do not chase after temporary happiness. Second, you must remember both Bab and Dada. You cannot remember Shiv without remembering Brahma. On the path of devotion, you remember him up above. Now that he has entered the body of Brahma, you have to remember both of them. Blessings. Blessing. May you have all rights with the firm faith and intoxication of having victory in every act. Victory is our birthright. Constantly continue to fly in this awareness. No matter what happens, brings this into your awareness. I am constantly victorious. No matter what happens, let this faith be firm. Let this faith be firm. The base of intoxication is faith. If faith is lacking, there will be less intoxication. This is why it is said, those whose intellect have faith are victorious. Do not be one who only sometimes has faith. The Father is imperishable, and so you have to write to imperishable attainments. Let there be the faith and intoxication of having victory in every act of yours. Slogan: stay under the canopy of Father's love, and no obstacle will be able to stay. Stay under the canopy of Father's love, and no obstacle will be able to stay. Om San. Who will start?
This body is perishable. Souls never become smaller or bigger. Their souls are never destroyed. Baba says, I am immense. Souls is natural, whereas body is unnatural. Only at this confluence if Baba leads us through this body. The Father comes and makes to you knowledgeable souls. God does not meet Lakshmi and Narayan had told me the main thing is takes impure to God. When Father brings this knowledge, whole world, no one knows the Father. His Father is also. The points, whole world, no one knows the Father. This whole world, we only know the Supreme Father. Other people searching many ways, but no one found soul's Father. We only fortunate souls in this whole cycle of karma. But sometimes we are found disfortunate. Baba says one object Murli, you will feel any waste and negative thoughts at the time. Hardly tell my Baba. At the time, all problems are clear. We should try this type of practice every day. At the time, we improve and develop our spiritual powers.
This is not 5 minutes. Say some more things. Generally, without points, generally. Say your knowledge or experience, how to move forward and
At the time, and every day I do, every day I do meditation at least 2 hours. Amrutala evening meditation. My mind right now very clear. Clear means only making positive thoughts, not negative. Sometimes come waste thoughts. At the time, I change in myself.
not enough, but Alexa.
Today, Father says the soul is natural, the body is unnatural. The Father comes and makes you knowledgeable souls. The Father is explained there is a part of the ocean. The Father says God is not omnipresent. The kingdom of Ravana viceless, the kingdom of Ravana vices. They are devils are vices. They according to the drama where your flesh is. Therefore, the Father explained, remember the Father. Your intellects have knowledgeable. You, you children, today Father says, you children understand. Father comes and confirms every second. Become knowledgeable and change yourself. You must remember both Bap and Dada. Victory is our birthday.
Say something regarding this moral. Can't escape. I'm not ready to hear any excuses. No, say, ah, yes, that's
If I remember what only the one chapter they can face. People don't when new word exit. They are completely daily chapter. Your children have
here we understand souls are not visible. The Father come make your knowledge and knowledgeable souls. Baba says, I am imperishable.
Right. Say a few words, then you can learn it a little more. No. Or after all finish class, you will explain.
The soul is living being. The soul is natural, whereas the body is unnatural. Only at the confluence stage does incorporeal Shikaba speak to you in this body. God does not mean pure ones. God does not mean Lakshmi and Narayan embodiment. The main thing here is to change from impure to pure. If you become pure, you go quickly go to Him. Only those who are ignorant receive knowledge. God is not omnipresent. He is the Father of all souls. The Father says, all of you belong to the devilish community. In the kingdom of Rama, all are viceless. In the kingdom of Ravan, all are viceless. The Father is God, the Creator, and so this is His word. The land of peace is very sweet one. When you are in the new world, you will not know anything in this old world. We simply say that this knowledge is the path of salvation. Become knowledgeable and change yourself. Victory is our birthright. Those whose intellect have faith are victorious. Explain point. Stay under the canopy of Father's love and humanity. So, no obstacle will be able to stay. Explain. When you are in the new world, when we have with Baba, with ourselves, at that time, any obstacles have made me serve. Sometimes we think we cannot remove our problems and our obstacles. But when we have the awareness of what Baba said to me, sorrow is not permanent. But we are thinking of opposite. Because our faith is not constant, we should have faith in ourselves. Then only we can have faith in Baba. Then we should have faith in Rama and Ram and Baba says that going about love, when we have love with only Baba, at that time we have constant happiness. But when we face some problems and obstacles, we remember that situation and others only. But when we have this firm faith, then we can achieve our success.
You also didn't finish 5 minutes. Other one. Already I told I am not ready to hear any of them excuses.
Souls didn't become small or large. This the body becomes small or large. Baba gives the type of knowledge to your soul. Only at the confluence stage, incorporation Baba speaks. Devotion is called darkness. The main thing is here you change into your children are 1 to 20 or 5. The Father is called Creator, and so this is His world. Ravan changed you from being worthy to worthy. When you are in the new world, you doing anything about old world. Don't chase after temporary happiness.
Explaining. I told cannot escape without speaking. No. You should speak, that's all.
Today, Baba says, stay under the canopy of the Father's love, and no obstacle will be able to stay. When we have only love for Father, everyone will love me. Baba say one Murli, and love it makes stones like the gift. That's why we can move forward easily. Today also Baba says, don't chase after temporary happiness. When we have true love for only Baba, we can chase after temporary happiness. Because true happiness is the Baba's love. Baba's love is help us to remove our obstacles easily, so we can move forward.
After finish out. Within 20 minutes, five of them were sad. But I told one should be sad at least 5 minutes.
The Father has come to change you from devoted soul to knowledgeable soul. Devotion is called darkness. You became Samosada, you have been told. The main thing is when you change into pure. In the kingdom of Brahma, all lava is less. The kingdom of Ravan, all lava is less. The Father is called Creator. And so this way, no one else has this knowledge. God is beyond name or form. The Father said, I have come here to make you very educated, become knowledgeful, and change yourself.
Start. Yesterday, did you hear the English Murli? Yes, even though you were here, but you didn't hear because of that. So give that much interest to this. Huh? Who read this? Most of them here, but many were didn't hear because nobody gave that much interest to learn and speak. Now say something generally also. Hmm? So yeah.
In order to change from a worshipper into one who is worthy of worship become completely worthless. The Father has come to change from you with devotee souls to knowledgeable souls. Devotion is called darkness. Become knowledgeable and change yourself. No one else has this knowledge. The Father calls the Creator and so his Lord. Your children are the one who conquer of culture. You must remember both Baba and Baba.
Explain. Time is going up. Did you hear this voice? Nobody. Speak loud. Vadanesa.
Baba gives us the paradigm of knowledge. The Father has given us the knowledge that we are observed. Only the body speaks and moves when the soul is in the body. Each of we are high of which the soul acts in the body. In the devotion, we stumbling around to search the Father. Now we have understood the Father has come and he is in the body of Brahma. The main thing is here to changing impure into pure. The Father has come to give him the knowledge. Half of cycle the world has pure, and the other half of cycle the world has impure. The Father has changed this problem into Shivaya. We used to call him in the path of ignorance or God. Definitely, the body is limited. So we have to remember Brahma Baba. Baba has never said don't remember Brahma Baba. Some senseless people saying that no need to remember Brahma Baba. The Brahm element is the land of dreams. Very sweet one. Originally, we are the resident of that land. This is called the most auspicious conference stage because the changing is taking place at this conference. Many come and understand. We can explain in the exhibition too.
Have you finished your explanation? I think generally speak something about Baba's Murli. Tomorrow onwards, keep a chart for English Murli. If anybody missed, you should give explanation about why you are missing. At least, do you understand? Keep a chart for English Murli separate.
Student,
Register
tomorrow.
tomorrow onwards. If they hear and they miss the Murli, they should give explanation. If any urgent work or any other service, doesn't matter. But if anybody here, they must attend the Murli class, and I will show the points of at least 10 points. You should try it. Because many of them, they become careless in this Murli class, English Murli. We must meet. Madhavan session also started. Have to go. All of them know very well. Without English, difficult to say where they are. Others also looking us as uneducated people. Do you all understand? You all felt this last many years. Nobody can escape using excuses. Otherwise, your time also must use worthlessly. You church and study. Nowadays, many facilities are there. Through phone also, many good things we can learn. Many English channels are there. Now, the election. Others also come in second round.
I explained this point. The point is the Father comes and make knowledgeable souls. Knowledge is a treasure. This whole world only get true knowledge. When we get knowledge, my mind totally changed. Change means impure thoughts are change pure thoughts. Thoughts are three types of thoughts. One is the positive thoughts, second negative thoughts, third is waste thoughts. Positive thoughts means benefit me and others. Negative thoughts means sorrow me and others. Yes,
sorrow.
sorrow me and others. Waste thoughts means not use me and others. Today Baba says become knowledge. Knowledge will change yourself. Today Baba says become knowledgeful, change yourself. So I every day change myself. Examples making pure thoughts. So I do many karma yogas. These karma yogas lead to victory of waste thoughts. Today Baba says in blessing, victory is our birthright. So victory is our birthright of Brahmins. This point is touch my heart. Both sides.
Oh. Would you like to say something, Sarah? Kajan.
You also becoming pure. At this time, all souls impure means full influence. Waste and negative, but we are only here to be making pure souls. Become thought with us, we are changing our old samskar for this direction.
Right. Kajan. And then Swasti.
No one else have this knowledge because this is our needs from age new to our kingdom. This word like India, this word called one of prayer. When we were in boarding, we have 100% happiness, love, and peace. He lives in golden age, full of virtue. Then we move as to the age. At that age also we live with full fear. But then when we move complete, we so then we move underneath. This is the highest wisest level. Now Sibaba comes and the knowledge for us and make us feel.
Anyone to say? Oh, Shanti. Tomorrow must be attended or to, especially English Murli also.
Tomorrow morning.
Yes. Tomorrow, Sunday, English Murli 5 to, no, 6 to 7. Sometime I will read. Almost I will read tomorrow. Tamil also.
Sarvam